Are you kidding me? Brian Lewis is here today. Are you? I can't imagine what you guys are thinking because I know what I'm thinking. Brian Lewis. Oh, now you recognize, right? Well, we're going to find out all about his career, all the cool stuff. I had a lot of people write in and say, I remember when he did this. And I go, we're going to find out, right? So today's broadcast is brought to you. How you doing, Brian?
Pretty good.
Today's podcast is sponsored by the New Jersey BMX Hall of Fame. Spring of 2026, we're coming back, and we're going to have a super surprise. So look forward to my December. I have an induction, kind of a party every December, so cue in for that, and that'll be a good one. I can't believe we got this. Brian Lewis. Let's learn all about the man who graced the first ever cover of BMX Action magazine. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. This is kind of an iconic show here, sir. I'm excited for it. I always start off with tell me about the first bike you ever had, whether it was a BMX bike or not.
Excuse me?
Lunch with Legends, obviously, huh, Brian?
It was a Schwinn.
Okay.
The original
Perfect.
Schwinn.
Thanks for coming down.
The original Schwinn that I started on, I still have at home. I was like 5 years old. My dad bought me a Schwinn, put me on it, pushed me around a little, followed me, and then gave me a push and said, "You better learn." I learned.
What year was that?
I'm bad with years. To be honest with you, I can't remember.
Okay, can I guess?
Yeah. Probably 74.
74-ish? Yeah.
I started BMX in late 74.
Okay. Wow, would have been before.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the voice of world famous Mark Rink, my sidekick. He's with us today as well. Maybe you've heard popular terms and brands such as Pedal Power, Power Light, WSA, Corona Downhill, Santa Ana Elks. Please, Rink Raider. He's sitting with us today. He's right over here.
Thanks to his dad on a lot of my racing too.
Yeah, legendary. Mark Rink with us today. I love it. Here, have a fry. All right, anyway, so tell me about what did you, when you first started riding these bikes, your Schwinn, were you jumping, were you emulating motorcycles, were you just ripping around the neighborhood?
Well, my Schwinn started off as just a stock Schwinn. Then we ended up going and changing the bars and everything and stuff like that. When I started racing, we found out that you had to have longer cranks.
Okay.
And that's back when people were lengthening cranks. Well, my dad made a bracket that went on the back end where your dropouts are on a Schwinn.
Okay.
And he made it so you could run longer cranks. It bolted on and it brought the back end up. Actually, Webco copied his thing and made them.
Air copy.
Made them. And but those are still on my bike. I still have that bike to show that bike and everything. But yeah, started off on a Schwinn, loved the Schwinn. How I got into BMX racing was I grew up with ADD, ADHD, and dyslexia. It helped me focus and control. And I wasn't allowed to race unless I did good in school.
Yeah.
And so that made me become better in school. So being in school and having to focus more to be able to ride my bikes and do BMX, that's how I started, and I love it. And unfortunately, I was good at it.
Yeah.
I was good at it, so that made it even easier.
What do you think made you good at it? What things made you good at BMX?
I'm bound to determine whenever I do anything, I got to be the master of it,
Same.
the best of it.
Knuckle it up, Brian.
I'm headstrong, stubborn,
Okay.
Italian and German.
Same.
When you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to prove you wrong. But I'm one of those that, like I said, it was mostly because it helped me focus and stay out of trouble. And I went from, riding BMX bikes to racing BMX bikes to, being who and what I was.
Yeah.
And everything. And I loved it.
So what inspired you to, or how did you find your first racetrack?
It was coming up on my birthday, and one of the magazines or something we heard out at Saddleback and Escape Country. I'm sorry, Escape Country. Jack Murray was running the track, and I ended up going out to Escape Country and racing my very first time, and my very first race I won.
Wow.
And we went back the next week, and I won. And we went back the next week, and I won.
Wow.
So after that, we found out, my parents said, thank you. They said, if you want to continue in racing, you do good in school and stay out of trouble, and we'll go take you to BMX all the time.
Awesome.
And that's how I started, and I loved everything.
So what was Escape Country like back then? And for people that don't know the track, and what were your favorite parts about it?
The track, well, not like tracks nowadays, which I don't have nothing against the tracks nowadays, but they were dirt.
Yeah.
They had jumps, they had berms, they had water holes. You got dirty. But, and they were short tracks. They were about 40 seconds long, 45, something like that. And they were fun. They were fun. It was right next to the motocross track for the motorcycles.
Yeah.
And after I got done racing, I would always go over there and go, someday I'm going to race those.
Wow.
And I met Jeff Ward when he was just starting off in XR 75s.
Wow. Yeah, he went on to do some things.
Yes. Yes.
So your first beginner race, you win.
Yes.
Right away.
Yes.
So Escape Country, was that your home track?
Mm-hmm.
And then you stayed there predominantly, or did you go to other tracks?
Stayed there until we found out about it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And spread out. Everybody would consider my home track was Western Sports Drama.
Nice.
Friday night racing, and then they did it on Sundays and stuff and everything.
Okay.
And that track there, I had some good memories, racing and other things. That's where Stu Thompson, during practice, we hit a jump in a corner. It went over before it went around. I ran over a baseball because it was behind batting cages, and he came down and landed on my helmet.
Oh, wow.
Cracked my helmet, but didn't do nothing to me.
He's a big boy back then.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where first time I think I met David Clinton, one of my idols.
Yeah.
And saw him and said, someday I'm going to be like him.
Yeah, I've never met a first generation guy that had another hero besides David Clinton. They don't exist. Right? Even down to Greg and people like that. By the way, it's Greg Hill's birthday. Shout outs.
Happy birthday, Greg Hill. Happy birthday.
Shout outs to Hillage, wherever you are. Who gave me some good feedback for this interview as well. I could tell you what it is, but he also mentioned it on the podcast that we did. Check that interview out. So you're still a beginner.
Yeah.
You're still kind of starting to. Are you a beginner at WSA as well, or this is later on?
I went from beginner to expert or whatever at Salvador or Escape Country.
Escape Country.
And then when I went to WSA, I was, I think, an expert.
But that's no joke. WSA as an expert.
And I was only 14, I think, when I started. So back
okay.
There, so yeah.
Wow. So Dave Clinton was your first hero.
Yeah. well, I saw they had a paperback magazine, and he was in the centerfold.
Yeah, right.
And I said, I want to be him someday.
Wow.
I want to be him someday. A lot of people laughed. I didn't.
No, for real. I was that way with Sal Zuner.
Yes.
He was on the cover of BMX Action,
Okay.
and he had a number plate that said NJ1. I'm a 12-year-old. They go, how do I become New Jersey #1? I had no idea there were nationals, War of the Stars, or what. I had no idea. And because of Sal on the cover, 79, I wanted to be New Jersey 1. Ended up in points, unofficially, and there you go. So I fulfilled the dream. So Brian Lewis and I have a lot of things in common here. This is insane. It's very insane. Also a fan of the MMA game as well.
Yes.
So now you're at WSA as an expert. Is there anybody giving you offers because you're winning quite a bit? How were your expert races? Were you as dominant or?
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay.
Yes. My first bicycle sponsor was Will Smith Motorcycles.
Oh, nice.
Then Trika at A1 Cyclery. And then Mark Ring's father helped me out. And then that's when I met, I think it was Marshall Wheeler.
Wow.
And Marshall Wheeler was another father to me. He helped me and did things for me. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Wow.
So
amazing.
yeah, that guy He's an awesome guy. Very awesome guy.
What talk to me about your bikes, because there's a lot of gearheads out
Yeah.
there. So you went from your Schwinn
Yes.
that you had. What were you after in your Schwinn? When
My
you
Schwinn to a Webco
Okay.
from Pedal Power.
Nice.
From that to my Red Line.
Okay.
From my Red Line to two-wheelers.
Nice.
And then I think it was from two-wheelers
Kawa?
to Kawasaki. Thank you.
That's Mark.
my
Mark's the
my memory.
information
He's
center.
up on my memory.
Oh,
He's
he's
my
awesome.
memory
Mark's the
to
fact
Kawasaki.
checker. Okay.
And then from Kawasaki, I think it was, oh God, I don't know. I rode for Cook Brothers.
Okay.
I rode for Elf. But that was when I came back out of retirement. and
Oh, I was
stuff.
gonna say,
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
that was a
you,
while.
I mean, it took on the time frame. You would have been Elf's first
Oh,
guy, but it was later on.
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So after, I'm trying to think, after Kawasaki.
Tell me about that Webco for a second, because that was my first dream bike. My neighbor
Awesome
had
bike,
one.
Yes. I still have it.
You're gonna have your own island here if you get rid of all your old stuff, but that's not important right now. Did Webco see you winning on it and want to give you some kind of support, or you just bought it from Pedal
No,
Power?
actually, it was Pedal Power that gave it to me to ride, and
Okay.
I wore a jersey every once in a while for them.
Oh,
So
that's
we
cool.
just became friends.
Okay.
You know, because of Western Sportsrama, what it was. Steve Rink being the guy he was, we clicked, and
Yeah.
everything just been good. But
Kabuki, you got put in there.
Yeah, Kabuki as well.
oh yes, and
Says the Kabuki kid.
out of the blue, when I was riding, I think it was the Webco and the Red Line. They came out.
What generation Red Line was that?
The very first one. It's one of the first 100 Red Lines ever made.
I
A square
believe it,
back
yeah.
that only fits
Yeah,
6.5.
yeah.
And everything. I have it. It's in mint condition. A lot of my bikes I could pull out of the rafters, show you me on that bike in a magazine
Sure.
with the clothes I wore, with the trophies I wore.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you kept it real.
All of them are original and nice. Yes.
Amazing, amazing.
Never modified them. Never did nothing. Some of my bikes, I sold or gave away, but.
So you like the stock bike? You never had to put your own parts on it.
No, when I got them from whatever sponsor, from whoever, I told them how I wanted it or how
Okay.
I wanted it set up, and
Gotcha.
we did it. But yeah, I don't like changing things. Once I am set on something, I like something, I leave it alone.
That's
Maybe the
amazing.
gearing, that's it.
So bring in this timeline. It's my job.
Yes,
to bring us on
yes.
the timeline. So now you're at Western Sports as an expert. And you're starting to develop this kind of reputation.
Yes.
You're kicking ass,
Yeah.
right? So you're local WSA now. Or you're still doing skate country?
No, there was a couple other tracks we went to too. But WSA or whatever, that was my local track that I went to the most. And then they opened Norwalk. I went to Hollyfield Park.
Okay, wow.
And then I also went to the one. I apologize about my memory.
It's okay. Mark's here.
Ramble Ranch in Yarnell.
Yeah, well, those I love downhill tracks and stuff like that. Out that way, I was more racing this way, not out that way.
Okay. Yeah.
In Irvine had a track.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget, but sorry.
No, it's all good. Andy Patterson is watching.
Andy Patterson.
He's asked how you doing, Mark. Andy's asked how you doing. I don't know you're gonna. Sounds like they're gonna have a DJ here. All right, so talk to me about your first sponsorship. Who offers you the first sponsored bike and uniform and stuff like that?
Apologize for eating.
Lunch with Legends.
Yeah. I think my real very first sponsor was Marshall Wheeler.
Okay.
I would call that my very first real sponsor
Okay.
for two-wheelers. So, yeah.
And they were a bicycle manufacturer, which is great because when you look back in the history, two-wheelers is not really as big as Webco or
No.
Redline. What'd you think of the bike?
Marshall was starting basically out of his garage,
Amazing.
and I put him in a warehouse. Really? We can go inside if we have to. He started in his garage, and I put him in a warehouse.
Oh wow.
He's the one, when I won a national, he bought me my first motorcycle. When I won another national, he bought me my first car.
Wow.
So that's what I mean. That guy was a father to me, a great person.
Yeah.
He's the one that helped me and made me who and what I am today.
Wow.
Besides the magazine article, just a great guy.
Wow. That is amazing. So talk to us about that bike. That's a very rare bike, and not many people know about it.
The two-wheelers?
Yeah.
Well,
what was it similar to?
I would say nothing. It was one of its own.
Wow.
And nobody knows this, or not many people know this. That bike of me on the cover of the magazine is not a mild steel frame. Marshall Wheeler's bikes were all mild steel, 8.4 pounds. That was a 4130 chromoly frame.
Oh, nice.
That was custom made for me.
Nice.
That was 4.5 pounds, or whatever it was. Okay. The only 4130 chromoly ever made.
Nice.
So that's a secret nobody knew.
Yeah, and everybody knows that cover, and I wanted to talk about
Yes.
two-wheelers because that bike on that cover it's iconic. So,
Yes.
On the cover as well, you were Cal Cup champion for that particular district.
Yes.
Is that right? Talk to me about who you were racing against, and Mark will help us with the years and all the races, but.
Again, my memory, to be honest with you, I mean, it's hard.
So Mark's told me, because this predates me coming to California, but there were the NorCal district.
Yes.
You had SoCal. Mark, you had
San Diego, LA, Orange County, Central, and Northern Cal. Five in each. 5 North, 5 San Diego, 5 LA, Orange County, and 5 Central. So there's 20 riders in each group.
all vying for the chance to be in the Cal Cup. Exactly. But you were the points leader. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, I tried my best.
Yeah, but it seems like you came out of the gate strong as your beginner. You're winning the state country.
I practice a lot.
You go to WSA. That's no joke as an expert, you know. You're Cal Cup points champion. So you got to race at the finals for the Cal Cup, which would have been Corona. You remember how you did there?
No.
Okay.
And again, I apologize to everybody. My memory, I had an issue, which I'm glad to be alive and be here today with y'all. But no, I have a bad memory, but I apologize for that.
No, it's okay. We're gonna walk you through it. Pete Lonkerovich.
Pete, I remember that name.
Perry Kramer.
Perry Kramer.
PK.
PK, brother.
PK. Look at you. Got to be kidding me. I'm just as excited as I was for your episode, Perry. It's amazing.
But Perry remembered stuff I don't.
Can have Perry down here. So here's the thing. Quite possibly, you've been deemed the most stylish rider ever. I'm going to tell you why. As soon as I had this interview come down, I was like, man, Brian's coming on. I'm excited to talk to him. Oh, ask him about the time he did this or he did this. Most of it was what you wore at the races, okay? Can you verify that you raced a cruiser in no shirt and suspenders in Westminster?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What about with the tassels on my handlebars? Do you remember that?
All right, so I was talking to Greg. I've been friends with Greg for 30 years. And Greg's like, I would be there at the track and Brian was there and he'd always put his front wheel over the gate. And I'm like, what's this guy doing? And then he would comb his hair. And then he put his jersey on. And then he put his helmet on. I'm like, what is he doing? And I said, I have to ask him about it. That was part of your pre-race
It's
psych
my pre-regiment to psych people out.
Okay.
In things that you do, if you get under people's skins or have them think about you and not what they're supposed to focus on,
right.
Why I'm doing all that, I'm focusing and setting myself up for getting a whole shot. So I had a regiment. And yes, I was famous for throwing my front end over the starting gate
and just
to monkey
chilling.
with people.
Just chilling.
But Jack Murray from Escape Country, he's the one who taught me that.
Okay.
And he said, throw everybody else off, get yourself focused. When that gate drops, go.
So give me some stuff that Jack taught you that you used that was awesome. Did you have other stuff besides the front wheel over the gate?
Well, the front wheel, talking a little bit of shit to everybody.
Okay.
Let them, and a lot of people called me cocky and arrogant. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. But
may not have.
I did it for a reason. When I go to a national or a race that I was a little worried about maybe winning, I'd go and say, well, you know what? I'm getting first. Who's getting second and third?
Right.
That gets under their skin, and that makes them think.
Right.
So, little things like that. He said, he goes, try to get under people's skin. Let them think and worry about you, and then you just stay focused.
Amazing.
So sometimes it's, not what you say, it's how you say it. Sometimes it's
I
what you
loved it. I thought this was absurd, and I tell you, like, I did it. It's all good. So that's amazing. And then something else came up. Stu had commented about you swooped him in the last turn at the NBA Grand.
One of my biggest races ever.
Okay.
Love Stuart, awesome guy. Also, a quick story about Stuart we'll talk about right after. He broke his ankle here in Huntington Beach going riding with me at Edwards Hill.
Nice.
And, but back to what you were saying, yes. I raced my age group, the open class, and the trophy dash. And Stu Thompson pulled hole shot. I followed him around the track, and my instincts kicked in. Dive underneath him and try to outpedal that big guy.
Yeah, he's hard to beat in those days.
Yes, he's probably still hard to beat.
100%,
And
yeah.
I turned around and I did it. I followed him around the track. He was a little wide. I swung underneath, and then I outpedaled him to the finish line, and I won.
Wow.
Grabbed a kid on the fence and scared the crap out of him. And
Would you consider that one of your greatest races?
yes,
Okay.
I would have to say yes.
And that was the NBA Grand.
Yes.
What year was that, Mark?
75 was the first NBA Grand.
Okay. Do you remember what year that was?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Again, I apologize.
Oh, no problem. That's why you got the fact checker
Yeah.
over here. Amazing.
Well, come on. I was 2-3 years younger than him.
Yeah.
And to be able to beat Stu Thompson,
Yeah, that's huge.
yes. If it wasn't for my stubbornness and all my training.
And combing your hair was amazing.
Exactly.
Hey, Pete Vonkarovich said to ask you if you still have your orange sweatsuit.
My orange sweatsuit? Yes.
Whoa, nice.
Thanks to my mother. My mother and father both passed away since, thank God, love them. My mother was the one that saved everything I have.
Wow.
My bikes, my trophies, my helmets, my jerseys, everything.
And my dad threw my magazines away when I moved to California. I'm like, now I got to get those back, so I tried to acquire them all back. My first issue I ever saw was Dennis Dane on the cover.
Yes, yes.
And I was like, oh, this is BMX. This
Love
is
Dennis
insane.
Dane.
I got to do
Great
that.
guy.
So, the timeline's all over the map. That's fine, Brian. We love you. So from two-wheelers, do you get you got bigger offers from
Yes,
other companies?
yes.
What was after two-wheelers?
Again, my memory, I would want to say, I think it was Kawasaki.
Oh wow, how does that go down? Like,
Or Cook Brothers. Like, Kawasaki was great because I'm with my legend.
yeah. So
You know?
you finally made it to Clinton.
Yeah, David Clinton. Yes.
Wow.
David Clinton, I think Marvin Church, Ben Pellalello, all that Tinker on Kawasaki back then.
That is
Those were some
badass
fun
too,
days.
man.
Yeah, those were some fun
How was that
days.
bike?
I love that bike. That was when we started. I started running longer cranes. I ran true 7-inch cranks on all my bikes from that point on, and everything. Yeah, but I love the Kawasaki bike. I really liked it.
And that was an iconic team.
Yes.
With iconic feel. What? When you find out you're going to be with David Clinton, are you like, there's got to be kidding me?
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe it. That was my idol.
Yeah,
that was my
yeah.
idol.
And you got
Still
to
my idol.
And you got to go all the nationals with him. And
Yes, we traveled. They were one of the teams that I traveled probably the most with from that point, up to.
And they had the van and everything, right? They had.
Yeah, that, and then my mom and dad always went to a lot of the races too.
That's
and everything.
amazing.
Took me everywhere and did everything. But yeah.
So now you're Kawasaki factory superstar at this point.
Yeah.
So it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
That would have been one of my highlights, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that race with Stu and probably being on that team would have been pretty cool.
Yes.
What was after Kawasaki?
Oh God. And again, I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Like I said, if it was Cook Brothers, I have wonderful
Wow.
memories with Cook Brothers traveling.
They made great stuff too.
Their bikes, I think, were one of the best looking bikes. Love the bike, love the people. I mean, those guys treated me very well, very good.
I mean, their stem and everything.
Yes,
They made
crane,
quality
stem,
stuff.
crane,
Yeah.
everything was just awesome.
Cool looking
Awesome.
uniforms.
Yes, the blue and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hubs, everything. Their cranes. I mean, beautiful.
I had a crank sponsorship, weirdly enough, from them in like the 80s, and it was really cool. And I was like, I'm just so happy because I was part of an iconic legacy of a company. Gary
Right.
Cook was like,
Yes.
and they're still kicking around. I know Joe Tippett kind of has some things going on to get those remade again, so that'd be kind of cool.
One of my best memories was, again, my age, I forget. I was like, whatever I was. We were in Hawaii for a race, and after the races, we went down to the water and everything, and I'm down there, and I saw some good-looking girl, went over to flirt with her and everything. Gary sent some of the younger kids in. Dad, come on, Mom's waiting for us. We got to go. This girl looked at me and went, I said, no, I'm only this age. No. That's my sponsor. He's joking. They're joking. And I turned back and they're laughing their ass off.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'll never forget that.
How did you do nationally with numbers and everything? Because you had some great Kawasaki, Koch brothers. They're sending you to the races.
Yes.
How are you doing nationally ranked? Are you doing okay?
I was winning.
Right, exactly.
I was number one on a lot of the stuff, for my age group and my category and everything. I mean, like I said, it's hard for me to remember, but traveling and all the nationals and the majority of the stuff I went to, yes, I did win. I did good. Did people beat me? Yes, I wasn't the best, but I was good. And
let's talk about that escape country time. You had the track record for time for a long time. Is that right? And when did you start? You were like 14?
Well, that's when I started.
Right,
when I broke the track record, I have an article of it. I was 12 years old. Wait, 12 or 14? I was 12 years old, I think. And it was Brian Ramazinski that I beat the track record from. And he was an awesome guy, Brian Ramazinski.
Yeah.
But I beat the track record from Brian Ramazinski.
Greg Gilzone.
And that was awesome. That was awesome.
Greg's watching actually on his birthday.
Hey, Greg.
Isn't that
Happy
nice?
birthday, Greg Hill.
Greg, I actually asked him about the thing with the helmet, and it's true. He did comb his hair. I know that bothered you, Greg, but it's okay. Holly Dunn's
I had
watching.
kind of a fro, big hair.
That's amazing. So after Koch brothers, do you know of any of the sponsorships that came through?
Like I said, my memory.
We quit for a while, right? You came back.
Well, Koch brothers, and then I did quit, and then I came back.
Let's talk about the Kabuki thing because Mark's here as well. Like that was a brand that came over. They wanted to try it. They let you guys.
It was a heavy, squeaky bike.
But it was you had one. Mark had one.
Yes.
Interesting because they never came back again. They tried. And what year did they try, Mark?
It was like 75, I think, is when we had them because they gave them to my dad, and he had one, I had one. I think
Tinker Juarez, I think, had one too.
I think it was Dan Loftus, maybe. I don't know. No Tinker didn't.
No.
It's in that article, but it was like 5 of them. We raced them for a month or so, and
so they wanted to come in and they wanted to make a splash, and they
never
didn't.
came
That
back.
was it. Wow.
It was Bridgestone.
I think it was like 10 times I raced or whatever.
Okay.
I got all my trophies from it. I won on it, but it was heavy and squeaky.
What's interesting?
Because it was bolted together part of it.
Okay.
It was welded in certain spots, but you could take that bike apart, put it in a suitcase pretty much.
Wow.
It was different.
But what's funny is you're winning on all these different varieties. A Koch brothers is different than a Kabuki, which for sure is different than a Kawasaki.
Yes.
But you're winning on all these. What do you attest all this success on these different bikes? Because most guys will get a new sponsor and they say, well, you got to change this thing up. I can't ride this bike, and you have to make me this.
Stubborn, bound and determined.
Okay.
I know how to transfer to what I need to transfer to.
Okay.
My mind's a
I got
powerful
it,
thing.
man.
I
Champion mindset.
I get on something, I go ride it for a while. If I don't like something, I change it. I set it up the best I can, and I go from there. And it's your mind's a powerful thing. And whenever I was given anything, I did the best I can with it. And hopefully, I set it up good enough to win and do good on it.
Yeah.
But
it's
there were
rare
some
to hear
bikes I
that.
liked better than others, but some I made them work for me.
What was throughout your career, what was your ultimate dream bike that you had? Did you say the Kabuki? What?
Well, no. Yeah, for downhill tracks, heavy bike. No, I would say I have a lot of memories on all of them. That red line I won a lot of races on back in the day. Probably out of the two-wheelers and Koch brothers.
Wow.
Two-wheelers and Koch brothers. I also rode a Torker bike, the double tube Torker chromoly one from Pedal Power, like Steve gave me a ride. at one time. I rode that and raced that in Arizona and all over. Won on that, loved it. I mean, every bike I rode, I just adapted to it and liked it.
That's great though, because it's such a customized world that we live in.
And I do, because like I said, I do have a lot of my bikes. And when you look at them, totally different.
Okay.
But I made them work. I ran 7.5-inch cranes, and I was known for my box bars I brought in close.
Okay.
I didn't run bars out. I ran them in.
Okay.
And the reason why, I got better torque that way, plus I could get going instead of elbows out like some people. You know.
So let's bring this conversation to the first ever cover of BMX Action magazine. Can you remember a time, the time that you first saw it? Did it just blow your mind that you were the cover?
Magazine cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was presented to me in a frame, I couldn't believe it was me.
Nice.
I couldn't believe it was me.
Who presented it to you? Bob did?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Bob, Wendy, and Marshall Wheeler. They told me about it, but when I first saw it, that's when it really hit.
Yeah.
You know, I became something.
Yeah. I mean, to this, I got one. I'm like, everybody has to have one. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. And no one will ever be, that's you, infinitely till the end of time. No one will ever be the dude. Right? And that's what you're most known for. That's what I want to talk to you about today is you're most known for being as the guy on the cover, but the history and the victories underneath that are incredible, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I've raced a lot of races. I have a lot of trophies. I got a lot of bikes and everything. The memories and everything, but yes, that being on the magazine is my
it's like
my claim to fame or famous. I love that. But like I said, the people I met, the sponsors I had, you know, the traveling and everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I go back to modern now and I see all the guys from the 80s, we all just instantly bond. Oh man, it was such a magical time. So let me pose you this. I got two things I want to discuss. One is Brian Gass started a pool, a betting pool that you would roll up to the interview in a tank top, and you did. So Brian Gass, whoever thought he was going to do that, he did. Brian, I didn't forget. There he is, rocking his tank top. It's just
Fast J's.
I'm telling you, it's just, that's when I said you were coming on, people talked about, talk to him about combing his hair, having the tank tops on, you know, I'm like, of course, I'll do that. So
I'm a creature of habit.
Decades later, he loves his tank top. And he's going to comb his hair on the interview and we're done. There we go.
What hair?
There he goes.
I shaved my head because of my son-in-law that had cancer.
I got you. So this being said, like, talk to me about when it was over, your career, and did you turn pro and try and chase that dream, or what?
Well, no. I ended up turning pro and only raced a few pro races because that's when my parents went through a divorce.
Okay.
That's when I quit BMX.
Gotcha.
BMX was my life. It did what it did for me, as in how I grew up with ADD, ADHD, dyslexic. I was hyper, the whole 9 yards. It made me focus on what I was. My parents, when they got divorced, I quit racing. Then I came out of retirement when Gary Turner had Alliant bicycles, and then I rode for Elf. I did that and stuff. I loved it. But over a period of time and everything, I just finally dwindled away because I have 2 daughters and being a father and trying to just take care of life.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was the thing, like, you're so competitive your whole life, you're winning, you're beating, you're swooping, stomping, stew. What could have been, you know, if you had gone in, you know, maybe.
Well, I got offered to go to the 1980 Olympics from Mike Fracey from Reynolds Aluminum.
Okay.
To race the Village-owned Van Nuys bikes.
Nice.
They brought me a bike. I rode it and practiced for 3 months. Went out and raced my very first race at the Village-owned, and I got second behind the guy that won the Olympics. But I'm glad I turned it down. We boycotted the Olympics in 1980. I would have trained for 4 years and not gone.
That's right.
I was signing a contract with Iron Horse for mountain bike slalom racing or whatever.
Yeah, dual slalom.
And my girlfriend was pregnant with my daughter.
Yeah.
I tore up the contract and had my kid. That was more important to me. You know, so I've had opportunities in certain things, but you know, I'm happy with where I'm at and what I did.
Well, I'm going to get you to come back and do it modern day racing.
I have a scholarship for baseball. I'm a pitcher, left hand. You know,
We'll get you a bike, and we're going to get you back on the track, Brian Lewis. Yeah, we are.
Well, if this nerve damage allows me to,
It's
I'd
all right.
like-
We'll work on that. I gotta come. We gotta get you back out on there. So, Mark, you got anything else to share here?
Do you remember you raced at the Encino Velodrome in the inside too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and just yes.
And did you get to race in the Coliseums with us?
Yes, I raced it. I think I raced the Coliseum, the Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl, and Gator Bowl. I remember some of those. Yes,
With
fun.
Dan Loftus.
Yeah. In Vegas too, on it was an indoor track, and when we sprayed hairspray on the tires
Yep.
to make them stick.
Yep.
And some of the things, yeah.
Those
And,
indoors are funny. You hear the echo and just the
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And one of the days I remember, because we were going out to one of those races in Vegas, was with Stevie Ranteria,
Yep.
Gary Ranteria.
Yep,
and them,
yep. Yeah, I'm gonna be speaking with Gary to have him on
Yeah.
because
Oh, good.
yeah, we got to get the legends.
Good
We gotta
people,
get the
good
fun.
people
Yeah.
there. Yes.
So, anything you're doing today you want to share with us or anything? How's life these days for you?
Fun.
Awesome.
I spent a lot of time with my daughters. My daughter Ashley, my daughter Nicole.
Who will be watching? Actually, Ashley will be watching. I sent her a little note about it.
Thank you. No, just trying to enjoy life, have fun. I flip things for a living. I ride all kinds of motorcycles, cars, dirt bikes, street bikes, quads, everything. Try to just be happy and help other people out. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
I'm one of
the
those
life.
people. If you're blessed and you can help somebody, give a hand. You know,
This is amazing. Jason Chang asked, "How old are you? Because you're looking in shape and everything."
this December I'll be 64 years old.
Jesus, come on! You gotta be kidding me. Amazing. All right, well, thank you for joining us. You're the man.
Thank you
You're awesome.
very much.
I didn't know much about him because he's a generation before me, but I love this guy. He's amazing.
I would like to apologize about my memory. I have a bad memory. I went through a lot of stuff, and I was in UCI hospital for 19 days, and it ruined part of my memory. So I apologize to
Not
to
a-
everybody.
not a
But
problem.
thank you for you guys remembering me, Brian Lewis.
There he is. Mark, any final thoughts?
No.
From the Kabuki kid?
Just nice hanging out with Brian after all these years. We always say rest in peace to Stevie Skibell, our friend, who me and Brian
Yes,
were both very
Stevie.
close to,
Jeff Otima.
and Jeff Botima also. We're losing all of us one at a time, and it goes quickly. So enjoy all the BMXers that are still around.
That's why we're doing the show, guys, so we can talk to the legends and you guys can live on the internet forever.
Well, thank you for having me.
problem.
I appreciate it.
Finally,
Thank you.
glad to meet you, man. I've
Nice
seen,
to meet
seen you
you.
for years. I just never knew you. So
Well, I'm sorry about my memory, and I wish I could have told you more or shared more with
No, we're good.
everybody. But you know what? Hey, I'm blessed to have what I have in my memory, and you bringing this
you're
up
still
today.
going.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm kicking.
and I can guarantee you, to get to the parking lot, he's going to be so competitive. Brian, he's going to try to beat me to the parking lot. It's okay. I get it. It's all good. All right. So anyway, everybody says you're looking great, Brian. So that's
Thank
great.
you very much, everybody.
All right. So that's it.
And we'll try to get Brian out to more BMX events.
Yeah, you should come to the vintage event just to hang, see your buddies.
That would be
Fun.
nice. I mean, I'd love to see a lot of people. You know, I miss them. You know, like I said, some of my good people were like, Perry Kramer, Stu Thompson, all them. Dennis Dane. I would love to see Dennis.
Yeah.
My mom loved Dennis Dane. You know, but
He goes to
see
all
some-
the events, so.
To see a lot of the old people, I would love that. I would love
Amazing.
that.
Well-
Memories, the ones I could remember.
I believe it'll come back too. The more everybody starts telling stories.
And yes,
you know,
when I'm around
it'll
people and
help.
we talk about it, if I have a moment, I can remember things
yeah.
and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm just blessed to be alive and have what I have, and you guys doing what you did today. Because believe me, I'm going to leave here with a big heart and a smile on my face.
Awesome.
So thank you.
All right, well, here it is. There he is. Awesome talking to you. Thank you so much. This will be archived onto YouTube. That's BMX Legends Society Lunch with the Legends over there on YouTube, and it'll live forever. So thank you so much to Mark.
Thank you.
And thank you, Brian. You guys kick ass and go out and ride.